Hello again. My wife and I, we have lunch together every day. We have lunch in a Chinese restaurant on Mondays. We have lunch in an Italian restaurant on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, we have lunch in a Spanish restaurant. Yes. On Thursdays, we have lunch in a German restaurant. Yes, sauerkraut. We have lunch on, where do we have, it's on Fridays? Where do we have lunch? Yes, we have lunch in an American restaurant, hamburgers. We have lunch in an American restaurant on Fridays. We have lunch in a Greek restaurant on Saturdays. And every Sunday, yes sir, we have lunch in a Mexican restaurant on Sundays. Every day we have lunch in a different kind of restaurant. On Mondays, Tuesdays, on Wednesdays, in a different restaurant, and it's good.
Hola y bienvenidos a la clase número 85 del nivel básico. Hoy vamos a ver una expresión con el verbo to have. Es to have lunch. To have lunch. Y la frase entera es, we have lunch at home on Tuesdays. Entonces, comemos en casa los martes. Entonces, fijamos en esta expresión. To have lunch es almorzar o comer. To have lunch. ¿Ya? Por ejemplo, ¿cómo se dice? Comemos con nuestros padres. We have lunch with our parents, not with our fathers, with our parents. Recuerda, padres, parents. We have lunch with our parents. Como se dice, comemos con nuestros amigos o almorzamos con nuestros amigos. We have lunch with our friends. We have lunch with our friends. Y ellos comen con sus vecinos. Okay, they have lunch with their neighbors. They have lunch with their neighbors. Y nuestra palabra del día es bookshop o bookstore, que significa librería. Muy bien.
Mi comida favorita. Están preparándolo para la comida. Es macarrones con queso, mac and cheese. Y quiero invitarte a comer. Yeah. Pero una cosa, comemos al mediodía. We have lunch at midday. Yeah, we have lunch at midday in my country. ¿Cómo que no lo crees? Yes, it's true. We have lunch at midday in my country. Dilo conmigo. We have lunch at midday in my country. Mm-hmm. Bueno, ¿te apuntas? No? ¿Es porque comemos al mediodía? Because we have lunch at midday? Bueno, si tú puedes decir lunch y no lunch, es lunch, yo puedo cambiar la hora y podemos comer un poquito más tarde, ¿ok? What? ¿No quieres? Bueno, pues entonces no voy a cambiar nada para ti.
Ok, vamos a seguir trabajando esta expresión nueva con to have. Yeah, to have. To have lunch. To have lunch. Not lunch, sino lunch. Yeah? Y significa comer o almorzar. Es tener la comida, supongo literalmente. Suena un poco raro así, pero es lo que decimos. We have lunch. Y ahora vamos a añadir at home. At home, con una M muy fuerte. Home, en casa. No decimos in house, pero sino at home. We have lunch at home. ¿Ya? Entonces, vamos a ver algunos ejemplos más. Entonces, ¿cómo se dice? Comemos con nuestros padres en casa. We have lunch with our parents at home. At home, ¿ya? Y ellos comen con sus amigos en casa. They have lunch with their friends at home. At home. Y comemos con nuestros vecinos en casa. We have lunch with our neighbors at home. At home. Y la palabra del día, recuerda, es bookshop o bookstore, que es librería. Muy bien.
I can't believe it. Un concurso de inglés, an English contest. Bueno, pues vamos a ver. Termine las frases. ¡Jo, qué divertido! Bueno. Mis vecinos están, my neighbors are, en casa, at home. Yes, at home, at home. Me encanta decir en casa en inglés, at home, at home. Así con la y luego at home. A ver tú. ¿A qué mola? At home. Pues eso. A ver, la novia de mi hermano está, my brother's girlfriend is, en casa, at home. Yes, at home. Esto es un chollo. Vamos a ver. No quedan galletas. There aren't any biscuits left. ¿En casa? At home? Yes, at home. A ver, otra más, otra más. Los dos están. Both of them are. At home? Yes, both of them are at home. Y a la ultimita. Todos los días comemos. We have lunch. At home? Yes, we have lunch at home. ¡He ganado! ¿Pero dónde están las moneditas?
Ok, vamos a terminar la clase de hoy con un día de la semana, Tuesday. Hemos visto, we have lunch at home. We have lunch at home. Comemos en casa. Y ahora vamos a ver los martes on Tuesdays. Fíjate, no decimos the Tuesdays, sino la preposición on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays. Muy importante esto. Entonces vamos a practicar con más días de la semana. Entonces, ¿cómo se dice? Comemos en casa los miércoles. A ver. Okay, we have lunch at home on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays. Not the Wednesdays, sino on Wednesdays. Muy bien. Okay, comemos en casa los jueves. A ver. We have lunch at home on Thursdays. Thursdays. Sacando la lengua. Thursdays. Y comemos en casa los domingos. Vamos a ver. We have lunch at home on Sundays. On Sundays. Y recuerda que la palabra del día es bookstore o bookshop, que significa librería. No decimos library, sino bookshop o bookstore. ¿Ok? Muy bien.
I'm cleaning the room because there's going to be a very important meeting. Va a haber una reunión muy importante. Y a ver, aquí pone, we have lunch at home on the Tuesdays. Ah, on the Tuesdays, no. Jamás ponemos aquí the. We have lunch at home on Tuesdays. A ver, on Tuesdays. We have lunch at home on Tuesdays. Y fíjate en la pronunciación de Tuesday. Es como el número 2. Tuesday, Tuesday. We have lunch at home on Tuesdays. I have lunch at home on Tuesdays, too. And I have lunch at home on Monday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday. But on Fridays, no. On Fridays, I eat here. Esto se los voy a dejar mucho más limpio de lo que está. On Tuesday, on Tuesday. I have lunch at home on Tuesday, on Tuesday, on Tuesdays.
Hello. There isn't as much water in the south of Europe as in the north. Sí, no hay tanta agua en el sur de Europa como en el norte. Okay, en el norte. There isn't as much. There isn't as much sunlight. Luz solar. There isn't as much sunlight in Germany as in Spain. There isn't as much sand, arena, sand, in Germany as in the Sahara Desert. There isn't as much water in Italy as in Canada. There isn't as much agriculture in Sweden as in the United States. There isn't as much, singular, cosa, as singular. There isn't as much. There isn't as much. There isn't as much time, free time in my life, maybe, as in yours. There isn't as much time to do what we want to do as before. There isn't as much as.
Hello and welcome to a new day and a new class. I hope you're ready. So let's begin. There isn't as much water in the south of Europe as in the north. Translation. No hay tanta agua en el sur de Europa como en el norte. Okay, so empezamos con there isn't as much water. Okay, there isn't as much water. Empezamos con there isn't. Okay, afirmativo es there is, con la contracción there's, y aquí negativo, there isn't. Okay, no hay. So there isn't. Y después, seguido por as much water. As much water. Tanta agua. Okay, so ojo, remember, con el verbo I es muy importante tener en cuenta el sustantivo que sigue después del verbo. Aquí es singular. There isn't. Y aquí, tanta agua. Agua es incontable. And remember, todos los sustantivos incontables son singulares. So aquí van bien. There isn't as much water, right, as milk. Okay, no hay tanta agua como leche. Okay, so as much water as much wine as much milk as. Okay, so tanto agua, tanta agua, tanto vino, etc. So there isn't as much as.
Oh my God. Well, there isn't as much water as there was yesterday. There isn't as much water in that fountain as there was yesterday. What's going on? Notice, there isn't as much water in that fountain. Can you see it? Now, mira, he dicho there isn't as much water, porque water es incontable. Right? So there isn't as many. Oh, eso ya no se podría decir. There aren't as many, porque aren't es plural. There isn't as much, there aren't as many. Right? Pero como agua es incontable, there isn't as much water in the fountain as there was yesterday. ¿Ves la comparación? Repítelo conmigo. There isn't as much water in the fountain today as there was yesterday. Y no decimos tampoco there isn't so much water, porque es una comparación. La comparación siempre es there isn't as much or there aren't as many. En este caso, agua otra vez. There isn't as much water as there was yesterday. Is there as much water as there was yesterday? No, there isn't as much water in the fountain as there was yesterday.
Okay, I'm back. Let's look at the second part. Okay, there isn't as much water in the south of Europe as in the north. Translation, no hay tanta agua en el sur de Europa como en el norte. So the second part is in the south of Europe. Okay, en el sur de Europa. Okay, so in the south. Repeat, south. South. Remember la TH, el sonido, ¿cómo se forma? Como Z española. South. South. Y después of Europe. In the south of Europe. So, more examples. If I say, what cities are in the south of Spain? For example, Cádiz is in the south of Spain. Málaga is in the south of Spain. Let's see, what other cities are in the south of Spain? Córdoba is in the south of Spain. Okay? Y también otras direcciones tenemos north, norte, east, este, y también west para oeste. Okay? So here, in the south of Spain. Okay? So, for example, Madrid isn't in the south of Spain. Keep practicing.
Hello, my faithful followers. Today I want to show you my powers. Así que pregúntame tú lo que quieras. What's that? I hear you. You have a question? You want to know where Portugal is? Oh, Very difficult, very difficult. Let me concentrate. Okay. Portugal is in the south of Europe. In the south of Europe. No, listen to my pronunciation at home. I said in the south of Europe. Europe. In the south of Europe. What's that? Another question? You want to know where Spain is? Oh, that's very difficult. Let me see. Yes, Spain is in the south of Europe, too. I know. I'm very impressive. But after all, I am the best pitonisa in the south of Europe.
Okay, welcome back. Let's look at the last part of our class. There isn't as much water in the south of Europe as in the north. No hay tanta agua en el sur de Europa como en el norte. Ok, aquí tenemos as in the north, como en el norte. So, esa as venía de la primera parte. Tanta agua como, as much water as. Okay, so remember, as y as forma una parejita. Okay, as much water as. Después viene in the north, en el norte, in the north. For example, in Spain, it rains a lot in the north. En España, llueve mucho en el norte. Okay, and let's not forget our word of the day. Tenemos una palabra que tiene que ver con todas direcciones y todo. Es compass. 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 Significa que brújula. Okay, word of the day is compass. So again, in the north, en el norte, right? It's very cold in the north. Okay, it's very warm in the south. So in the north, in the south, in the east, en el este, y in the west, en el oeste. There isn't as much water in the south of Europe as in the north. Okay, so keep practicing. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
I'm thinking about moving to the south. You see, in the south, there isn't as much work as in the north. And in the south, there isn't as much stress as in the north. That's right, that's how we say it. There isn't as much stress in the south as in the north. As in the north. Okay, so let's say it together. There isn't as much stress in the south as in the north. Exactly. And in the south, the people aren't as serious and cold as in the north. Oh, and in the south, the weather is much nicer and doesn't rain as much as in the north. Yeah, I think I might move to the south. Oh, and in the south, the people don't worry as much as in the north. Nice weather, nice people, less work. I think I should move to the south. Yeah, that's it. I'm moving to the south.
Ella le retó. Yes, she dared him. Dare, escrito dare, el verbo to dare, in the dictionary, atreverse a. Pero cuando yo te daro, when I dare you, es porque yo te reto. ¿A qué no puedes? Saltar en paracaídas. I dare you to jump, to parachute from a plane. ¿A qué no tienes agallas? ¿A qué no tienes el coraje? ¿A qué no tienes el valor? You don't have the guts. Gut. G-U-T. Gut. Gut. Pero siempre con ese. The guts. Es tener las agallas. Coraje. El valor. La valentía. To have the guts. Do you have the guts to jump from a plane? To parachute? Ah, I dare you. I dare you. Ella le retó. She dared him to jump from a plane with his parachute, and he didn't have the guts. I dared him to climb Mount Everest, but he didn't have the guts. He didn't have the guts. I have the guts to speak on television. Do you have the guts to speak on time? Hello again, class 85. Wow, we're moving. Yeah, we're moving fast. Moving, moving, moving. Yeah, we are. Congratulations. I want to praise you for your effort. Okay, she dared him. Yeah, a que no puedes, que no tienes agallas para hacer eso. Ella le retó un poco, ¿eh? Bueno, le retó de una manera fuerte. She dared. Dare es atreverse, pero yo te atrevo. Se dice en inglés, yo te reto. I dare you. Que, a ver si tienes, let's see if you have enough courage, enough bravery. She dared him to do a parachute jump. Huh? But he didn't have the guts. Yeah, she dared him to do a parachute jump, but he didn't have the guts. I don't know why. Parachute jumping is not dangerous if you prepare for it. She dared him. She dared him. She dared him. She dared him. She dared. She said, I dare you. Te reto. Yeah, I dare you to do. And so yesterday, she dared him to do a parachute jump, but he didn't have the guts. He didn't have the guts. She dared him, and I dare you to learn English well. Do you have the guts? I dare you. Do you have the guts? I dare you to learn English well.
Oh, hello there. I suppose you don't have a paracetamol handy, do you? I have a terrible headache because I've been listening to Felicity crying and crying and crying for a half an hour. And I'm sick of it and I have a headache. Well, you know what happened, of course. Mike dared her to play a prank on Harriet, es decir, hacer una broma, and of course Felicity did it. That silly girl. And now she's in trouble with Harriet, of course. And all because Mike dared her to do it. At home now, say it with me and say it correctly. He dared her. He dared her? No, he dared her. Good. So, he dared her to play a prank on her, and now she's in trouble, of course. But you know, Felicity isn't so innocent. No. Last week, she dared Mike to play a prank on me, and the week before that, she dared me to put whiskey in Harriet's coffee. So now we're all in trouble. Oh, do you have that paracetamol, please?
Class 85, Part 2. We're moving right along. Okay, she dared him to do a parachute jump, but he didn't have the guts. To do a parachute jump, to parachute, 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 shoot. Shoot is caída in francés. Parachute is in paracaídas, paracaídas, parachute, parachute. To parachute in English, we import from French. She dared him to do a parachute jump, un salto en paracaídas. She dared him to do a parachute jump, but he didn't have the guts. He didn't have the guts. Luego veremos guts, okay? But in the meantime, the word of the day. Oh my God, I almost forgot. The word of the day, to melt. To melt is fundir, o fundirse, o derretir. Yes, if I'm trying to eat a chocolate ice cream cone and teach English at the same time with these lights, I will be teaching you and the chocolate ice cream will be melting. My God. And the people say, cut, cut. Hey, the chocolate ice cream. The ice cream is melting. Oh yeah, you can't teach English with a melting chocolate ice cream cone. So to melt is fundir o derretir, okay? To melt, that's the word of the day. Okay, and do a parachute jump, that's the activity of the day. And I'll come back for more.
Olé! It's Wayne in Spain here. And as always, it's a great day in Spain. And today is very special because I'm going to do a parachute jump. Claro, un salto en paracaídas. A parachute jump. To do a parachute jump. We say to do, not make. To do a parachute jump. I'm going to do a parachute jump today. It's going to be so exciting. In fact, I had to call my friends. I already called my friends to tell them that I was going to do this. And, well, Mike and Felicity, They said I was brave. I told them that I was going to do a parachute jump, and they told me that I was very brave. Now, George, when I told him I was going to do a parachute jump, he said that it's very dangerous. Okay? Now, Harriet, I told her, I said, Harriet, I'm going to do a parachute jump. And she laughed. She said, I'm not man enough. I'll show her who's man enough, because I'm going to go do a parachute jump.
Class 85, part 3. Okay, she dared him. Ya lo hemos visto. Le retó a hacer un salto en paracaídas. She dared him to do a parachute. Parachute. La che suena SH inglesa. She dared him to do a parachute jump. But he didn't have the guts. He didn't have the guts. ¿Cómo se dice pero en inglés? But, quítame la B, pon G. Gut, ponme ese al final, guts. Guts son las tripas, los intestinos. Decís en inglés, no tuvo agallas, no tuvo valor, no tuvo valentía suficiente. We say he wasn't brave enough. He didn't have the guts, agallas. The guts, o sea, no tuvo los intestinos o las tripas para hacerlo. Decimos en inglés. Sounds funny in Spanish, but in English it sounds very good. Hey, do you have the guts to learn English? De verdad. Do you have the guts? Pero de verdad, ¿eh? De realmente llegar a dominar mi lengua. ¿A que no puedes? Do you have the guts? Do you have the guts to learn English? El amigo nuestro para paracaídas, no. He didn't have the guts. But for you, learning English is more difficult than jumping in a parachute. Do you have the guts to learn English, to make the effort?
Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one in this hotel who has any agallas, who has any guts. I'm the only one here who has any guts. I mean, the board of directors doesn't have any guts. My team doesn't have any guts. And no one has any guts. Even the guests don't have guts. That's right. We say to have guts. Dilo conmigo. The board of directors doesn't have any guts. My team doesn't have any guts. Even the guests don't have any guts. That's right. The board of directors don't have the guts to raise the budget. My team doesn't have the guts to tell me when they do something wrong. And even the guests don't have the guts to do what they plan to do. Wayne was going to go parachuting, and he was going to pay a lot of money, and we were going to make a killing, but in the end, he didn't have the guts to go on the parachute jump. I mean, really, I feel like I'm the only one around here who has any guts in this hotel. Ah, geez. Well, I suppose when I started here, more people had more guts. I don't know what's happened that nobody has any guts around here.